Well, my name is Swain. I'm a proud debut Wiradjuri person with mixed settler heritage. And I am a theatre maker, if I was to put a name to it. And I'm the co-lead on this production of Beneath Our Feet.
I'm Sophia Derkenne, and I'm an emerging theatre maker. And I make a lot of immersive, interactive spaces in my work. And I'm a co-lead, co-theatre maker on this production of Beneath Our Feet. This is a creative development of a new work for children and their families that explores the world of soil. And its intention, myself and my collaborator Swain, wanted children to experience this world beneath our feet, which is the title of the work, and bring curiosity and attention and care to this space and walk out of it with a little bit more love and a little bit more care for these ecosystems.
Imagine that I had a tub of soil and you shrunk down into a microscopic being and dove into that tub of soil. That is the world we are trying to recreate in this space. This is a work for young people and their families. And I think young people know what it's like to be small in a big world. And we would like to give them the opportunity to feel big in a small world. My co-lead, Sophia, and I got together for a little afternoon treaty and we rolled out some butcher's paper and we did a massive brain dump of, if we were to make a show together for young people, what would we want to make?
And we sat down and we brainstormed the things that both of us were thinking about separately, and we arrived at soil and underground and ecosystems and a work for children and families. And we were like, that's the work. Then where to create the work, how to get support and funding. And then MPAC's Progress Link Commission came up, and I just happened to see it in a newsletter. I hadn't heard about it before, and I was like, Lauren, this looks incredible.
And it was a very simple process, like 3 questions, sent off our EOI, and then it was quite a quick turnaround that we found out that we'd been awarded the commission link, which we were very stoked about.
One of the main elements of it was collaborating with scientists. And we talked about, if this is going to be a work about soil ecosystems, it needs to be well informed. So it just seemed like really perfect.
So the biggest perk of this commission link grant was that we got connected with some researchers from the University of Monash. So that led us to connecting with some biogeochemists. I think that's what they are. Vanessa Wong and Adam Kessler.
I became involved in this project when an email dropped into my inbox from Sophia and Lauren, and also Ruth was CC'd in on this. And they approached me because I was a soil scientist based here in the same institution, and they wanted to know a little bit more about soils, why I did what I did, what drew me into studying soils, and what I teach our students.
So I got involved in this project. They wrote to me and really just wanted to learn. I got a string of emails saying, we really want to learn about the ground beneath our feet. Could you come and talk with us? And I was just enchanted by how much they wanted to learn stuff. It was never what they wanted to learn or could you do this? Just come and talk to us. And I just got to talk about stuff that was really interesting to me.
They then asked me a whole range of different questions about the world beneath our feet. So looking at some of the more technical aspects in terms of the research that I do, looking at how environmental change and climate change influences some of the soil processes that occur, and also what gets me really excited about studying soils.
We've done some experiments with Adam and had some big chats with them both, and just kind of trying to ground, the chaos of our paper theatrical world in some science around the ecosystem of soil. I would say that like we use a lot of butcher's paper, as you can see, and a lot of time spent sitting in slow time with our collaborators and figuring out what they're interested in bringing to the space.
We love Post-it notes in this room. So lots of Post-it notes, lots of arranging things, and then playing, generating, we call it generating. So just making into scenes, being like, okay, what if we do this task that is 5 minutes long and it's how do we descend into the soil, or strange provocations like that. And then we make them and then we see what sticks and we come back to it and sort of go all again.
So on Friday, we have some excellent little young humans coming in from a local school, and we're going to do 3 what we call test sessions, and we are going to have a bit of a play and exploration with these young people with a couple of key ideas that we've been exploring since being in the space here.
So we'll have 3 half-hour sessions with these young people coming into the space and experiencing just a part of the world. Eventually the show will probably be longer than half an hour. There might be more in different scenes, more interaction, other parts, but we're just going to test some of the elements, which includes all the interactive elements in terms of, do children like doing this activity that is part of this world? Do they, enjoy this? What do they get most joy out of? What do they engage most with?
And I think what's really important when making interactive work is that you need to test so that you are making a work that is for the audience you intend it to be for.
It's gone really well. It's gone really differently to what I expected. But we have discovered heaps about the work. We've just had 3 groups of 25 students, Year 2 students, come through the space. We've discovered that they love it, it works, and there's also so much more to discover. So this week has been a beautiful, delicious, composty foundation.
But all in all, I feel pretty ecstatic after those 3 showings. I think as all good interactive shows go, you must test the work over and over and over again with multiple different audiences and different age brackets. And we were testing it with Year 2 students today, and every single showing, we had 3, were all completely different.
I feel good. I feel like this is a beautiful full stop in a process that is going to be much longer. So it feels like a nice grounding point. And I also feel like there's a lot of thoughts and a lot of ideas with this new information that's kind of like crinkling and crunching away to inform the next steps.